Good morning, good morning. How you doing this morning? Again, I'm going to be talking about some stuff that Panache Desai has been training us on this week. So some extra stuff that I always take away and then apply it. I can see it in the Bob Proctor program that we do, and it's just so amazing. We can apply everything to every lesson that Bob has actually taught us. And so this one's going a little bit deeper today, and we're going to talk about what are we doing it all for? What are we doing all this for? And so, whether you believe in God, whether you want to use energy, whether you want to say the divine, source energy, formless substance, formless intelligence, whatever it is, whatever word that is around what this energy is out here, that's what we're going to have a look at here and about surrendering. So, whenever I do goal work with people, and then in all my adverts, and you'll see like, manifest what you want. But whenever I do the goal work with people, I raise you up using external things to get you go higher, because you've forgotten what it feels like to be light. You've put a lid here, you can't even see above it. It's like you're on the ground floor of the shard, and you can't get up to the 10th floor even, never mind the top floor. And you think that this is all there is, and you can't see above it because you press things down so much you're afraid to look above, because you go, well, I can't have it anyway, so I won't even look. And so there's some people I can't even get to raise, and I explain that excuse me to them, but what's it all for? I want to raise you up. Then I ask you, well, what does that feel like? Say you won the lottery today. What does it feel like? You got a few million in your bank account. What does it feel like? What could you do? All of a sudden they feel lighter. And I go, boom. That's the feeling. That's what you're looking for. You're not actually looking for the external stuff. You're looking for the feeling first. Then the external stuff can come. Law of cause and effect. You're the cause. Everything else is an effect. But what you try to do is get the effect before changing the cause. That's exhausting. That's completely, completely exhausting. And that's where everybody is so tired. You see, until you've realized that success is peace, you're living for all the wrong reasons. From the moment we've been born, we've been literally conditioned to be a unit of production. Oh my goodness, do I remember my medical secretary teacher, and it was like literally production, production, production whenever we were doing our typing. So the better you are at producing, the more expensive your consumption becomes, and it's like a vicious cycle. We go to literally seminars, workshops, and we're going to 10x this and up level this, strategize this, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Isn't that just exhausting listening to it all? We're missing out on a foundational level of experience that we need in order to be able to enjoy it all. There's so many people out there who are excelling, but they're not enjoying. It's affecting their health. They're conditioned to run on adrenaline to push harder and faster because they're driven. At some point, it compromises the quality and experience of their life in order to have more, in order to prove more, in order to be more, and they're hungry because they're trying to fill space inside. And is that you? What space are you trying to fill inside? As we come up and we hit blocks, those blocks that we're like trying to get through, we go outside to get something, and then we come back in and we solve it for that bit. But it's never enough, is it? You want more and more and more. Now our spirit is designed to expand, but not this. It's expand through us, expand through peace. And until you have knowledge of self, you can't know true wealth. You can't know true accomplishment. You can't know true success. That's why everyone at the point of their entrepreneurial journey has to pause and reevaluate. Why do they want? And if you can really redefine your success as peace, what's the point in having it all? What's the point in working harder and harder in order to maintain it? Because once you get it, then we're afraid that we're going to lose it. What is it that you're working for? You're giving your life for what you're doing right now. You are. What is it you're giving your life for? People say, like, with network marketing or with being an entrepreneur or with whatever, that you're saying, well, that's, you're sacrificing, but you're in a job, you're sacrificing. What is it? It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, but when you're operating from love, there's no price to pay and there's no cost. But most of us are operating on fear. Fear, like, you get the job, you get the relationship, and then you're afraid of losing it, and then you're actually afraid of not having it in the first place. I mean, what are you missing out on? Are you missing out on stuff now that the world's going back to normal? And, remember those, for people who are doing 2 hour journeys to work, did you really want to do that? What are you giving up for security? You think that you're getting freedom by chasing security, by being and doing stuff that you don't like? I'm saying, I heard yesterday, oh my goodness, awesome. Like, you want to stay and you think you're in your comfort zone, but when you get out of your comfort zone, you realize that your comfort zone wasn't that comfortable in the first place. Wow, wasn't that absolutely amazing? You know, I don't want to do anything that I have to get stressed out about, upset or overwhelmed. I'm still going to show up, I'm still going to do my part. I'm still going to probably do as much effort and even more than I did before, but not from the working hard element of it, but from, I don't have to be driven. Some people think, well, I'm not as driven as you, Sheena. That's not the driven that I want to be. That's 10x everything. I want to enjoy everything that I do and push beyond my limits. I don't know I've put my limits here. You've put your limits here. We are, we are potential itself. But I don't need to do everything. I don't have anything to prove. I know. Actually, let me ask you right now, who's breathing you right now? Who's breathing you? I know who's breathing me. It's life itself. And I would much rather experience, is it the divine's version, the formless substance version? It's got a plan and we're part of it. Just like every cell of our body is working for us, our bodies are like the cells of the universe. I wonder what it is that we're here for. But we have this in our 2% up here, we have this idea of what we should be doing. And we chase the golden carrots that have been dangled in front of us, but giving up our peace and connection in order to have them. You need to compromise who you are at the level of your peace and harmony in order to have something that's not meant for you. It's not worth it. When you see, when you understand what your value is and you understand who you are, your reality will bend to meet you in a place of possibility. You don't have to compromise your integrity in order to have something. You don't have to go against your values. You don't have to jeopardize your health and your well-being. And you don't have to sabotage your life in a way or blow up your family in order to realize your potential. When you're in harmony, when you live in alignment, everything naturally flows. Maybe that sounds completely opposite of what you've been told your whole life. I don't want anything that the universe doesn't want from me. There was one, Panache had actually said that he sat down with a guy and said that he had the secret. And this is what he said. He says the following prayer every day. Dear God, I want to experience what you want from me, and I'm willing to accept it no matter what it is. Isn't that like beautiful? Isn't that like the letting go, the surrendering, the limited notion of whatever success was and whatever it was meant to be, and make a difference in the world? And that part of him, that guy is literally, he's a multi-millionaire doing this, and whatever, you know. but he just gave it all up, rather his notion of what he should be, for just going, okay, I know who I am. See, the idea is about being first. We're human beings first, not human doings, but we do the doings, don't we, before the beings? And if we can be the beings first, then we can do that inspired action. Bob is always saying to us, get into the spirit of it. Get into the spirit. Stop waiting. It's not about surrender, about, oh, let me just lie back and do nothing. No, it's about asking yourself at every moment, do I want to do this? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And just asking questions. And rather than going, I need to, I have to, gotta get this done, gotta do this work. Coming from that energy, but coming from an energy of, do I want to do this even? Is this what I'm here for? You can create a vision board, and that maybe what's on your vision board isn't meant for you. You can write post-it notes and put post-it notes everywhere. But is it truly resonating with you? And you can write lists, can't you? And you can vision and vision and vision. But in that moment and saying that prayer, what was he saying? I want to live God's version of my life. I want to live God's version of my life. Do you ever feel like you're actually fighting something? Do you? When I say God, remember, for those of you, you know, uh, source, formless intelligence, whatever it is, there's something bigger than us. Bigger, bigger, bigger than us. Who's living us? Who is living us? Yeah? Listen, at our level of limited perception, I think I know what I want. But don't you feel sometimes that you're just fighting against something? I think I know what I want. Maybe based on what I've been brainwashed and programmed and conditioned into believing I should have at this stage in my life. I think I know what I want in order to be happy. But what if you just said, listen, I've no clue what I want. There's a part of me, there's a limitless part of me that knows exactly what it is, what I need, and I'm willing to surrender my wants and my needs and my preferences to that aspect of myself. Surrendering your limited perception of your life to God, to the universe, and saying the prayer, dear God, dear universe, I only want from me what you want from me, and I'm willing to accept it no matter what it is, with all my heart. And allow things to come in. Allow it rather than getting it. Getting, getting, getting. It's about allowing, allowing, allowing. I wonder if you can begin to live your life from that fulfillment, from that wholeness, and that you can be driven by the energy of peace, love, and joy. I wonder what you'd achieve then. See, whenever I was at my worst stage, what I wanted, I didn't care what happened in the outside world. All I wanted was peace inside, first of all. And then whenever you have peace, then you can deal with anything that's happening. Maybe the outside world doesn't change. But isn't that better to have peace, first of all? Isn't that what we're searching for? Peace, love, and joy? I don't know. You let me know if your day today turns out different, turns out rather than trying to get, a lie. What have you got in store for me today? What would you like me to do? Get into the spirit of it and see what pops up. Have an awesome day. See you later.